The video demonstrates a practical early childhood group story time where the teacher connects theoretical concepts of reading and phonics hands-on classroom activities. The teacher used the story Big Hat to engage children in recalling and discussing story elements, identifying animals, recognizing words, therefore linking language development theory with interactive practice. Strengths for the teacher would be repetition visual art, which supports comprehension and literacy skills. The clear articulation for punctuation mark, letter recognition indicates an understanding of foundation reading skills. Challenges observing includes some confusion among learners regarding word meaning, story details, suggesting a need for clear expansion or differentiate instruction among very comprehension level. Additionally, the pace may be a bit too fast for some learners, potentially limit deeper understanding. Realistic recommendations include base for complex ID and interactive multi-scenario activities to reinforce phonics and vocabulary. Overall, the less effective bridge theory and practice could benefit from tailored strategy to address diverse learner needs.
Self-reflection on the overall lesson. The teacher introduced the lesson with a short rhyme. Teacher introduced the topic the big hat. Teacher demonstrate a need for more focused attention during lesson. Strengths are to be in creativity, collaborative activities. Teacher should provide opportunities for learners to engage in hands-on activities. Reflection on the big book story based on the big hat. The activity began with the recapping on the Big Book story, The Big Hat, encouraging the children to openly share what they have remembered about the story when they were asked questions. This promotes language development and critical thinking, as learners connect prior knowledge to new information. The teacher's tone of voice was soft, expressive, and inviting, which helped sustain the learner's attention and created a warm and inclusive learning environment. According to Vygotsky's social constructivist theory, children learn best through social interaction and guided participation by asking questions and allowing learners to express themselves freely. Learners were actively involved in hands-on and cooperative activities that support holistic development of each child. They work together in small groups to complete story-related tasks, which foster teamwork, communication, and problem-solving skills, key aspects of best practices in early childhood education. The teacher praised all groups of learners for completing the various activities given within a specified time. Thank you.
The storytelling recap on the Pig Hat was rewarding experience. The pupils were eager and participated actively as they recited the rhyme and recall words from the story. The use of art and play-based activities such as decorating a hat and forming the words hat with Play-Doh helped to make learning fun and meaningful. These activities supported their literacy and fine motor skills development. One area for improvement would be to give slow learners additional time and assistance and to use more visual aids to support understanding. Overall, the lesson was successful as it encouraged creativity, active participation, and learning through play, key strategies in early childhood education.
Hello everyone. In our group story telling activity titled The Pig Hat, I think the lesson went really well overall. One of the strongest part is where children were placed into small groups, where they were engaged in modeling, collaging, and picture walking activities related to the story. This activity really encouraged teamwork, creativity, and vocabulary building. It kept learners focused, excited, and actively involved in the lesson. However, I noticed during the questioning part, it was mostly teacher centered, where teacher was asking most of the questions and students were mainly responding. I would recommend more shifting to student center, where students would freely express their thoughts and emotions and would cause deeper connections relating to the story. Thank you.
The teacher began with a lively song that immediately captured the children's attention. This musical helped transition smoothly into their learning activity. The children's ability to answer showed strong engagement and understanding. This session includes a variety of activities that kept the children involved and stimulated. This multimodal approach cater to different learning styles, while children were able to answer the questions. Some may have been surface level. This is an opportunity to include more open-ended or inferential questions to deepen critical thinking. Ensuring that all children are equally engaged and supported during activity can be a challenge. Incorporate higher order questions. Example, why do you think? To promote deeper thinking. Complete the big book with visual props or puppet to enrich storytelling and support visual learning. Use quick check-ins or movement break to maintain attention and adjust pacing based on children's response. End the session with a brief reflection or sharing circle where children express what they learned or enjoy most. This reinforces learning and builds emotion connection.
In the lessons, the teacher engaged the children through an interactive and hands-on reading activity based on the story The Big Hat. The teacher used songs, questions, and movement to keep them attentive and involved. The children were encouraged to recall details from the story, identify characters, and describe events in their own words, which support their comprehension and oral language development. The teacher also integrated a creative activity using Play-Dohs and colored paper to reinforce the word hat, combining literacy with fine motor skill. The session ended with reading practice and punctuation awareness, helping children recognize full stop and question marks. Overall, the lesson was engaging and the child-centered, allowing learners to express themselves confidently while enjoying the learning process. Having looking at the video, the teacher used these strategies to enhance the learners to become more engaged and encourage learners that young learners can learn through varied method of learning. As the teacher introduced the lesson, the children listen attentively and wait for the instructions given. A short video was shown in the class to get familiar with the topic of the subject in reading, entitled A Big Hat. Questions asked based on the video shown. Learners had the potential to respond to the questions promptly. Using the method, teachers can help young learners to grasp the concepts and can adapt through the environment to be more flexible, giving the instructions to the children where they will use their critical thinking skills and give child time to think so that they can respond to the questions asked. This way, children can improve
fluency in reading.